regret this. That will teach them not to cross us. That enchantment of yours has run dry.
Did you hear something?
Good looking out. Recharging that. You should have run.
Paul, god of schemes.
Easy. Over so soon. Got your back. Useful. Hold on to that. Never a bad time to cast some lines. Great catch. See if you can hook another. Better overstocked than under.
Many blessings upon you for saving me.
Ah, Stronghold. Half the guards spend their time in the Outlaws' Refuge, and all the mud huts and collapsing ruins make it feel more like a big campsite than some crowded city. I don't hate it. could craft something nice with that.
What if you were the last Nord in Tamriel?
Sanctioned killers on our doorstep, and we're worried about invaders?
I wouldn't say that too loud.
Any
Shadow
word
Scales
from my
have
friend?
a lot of friends in these
Nothing.
parts.
They've kept the morgue locked tight.
The swamps have never been so dark, I say.
No.
If it weren't for your heroism and Tonville's sacrifice,
prancing about in
Stonefalls
the
would have been destroyed by
Well,
that
you're
monster.
a blue reed in yellow pea.
I have a little.
Can I help you find... Can I help you?
I can't possibly be drunk. I've only had a war.
Shadow Scales aren't taking any more contracts.
Shh. You think no contracts means no ears in town?
Any word from your friend?
Nothing. They've kept the morgue locked tight.
Swamps have never been so dark, I say.
Help a less fortunate soul.
Can't even hear myself think here.
Trying to move you.
Your riches will be Your riches. Your riches. Your riches will.
king of worms served me poorly. Perhaps you will do better. The plan
Better luck
is
next
in
time.
place.
Oh.
You are but an inconvenience.
They just kept coming. Glad you knew what you were doing.
Let's move!
You're the hero who defeated Saddam.
Your timing is
These
impeccable.
trees really can grow in all sorts of places, can't they?
There's an urgent task
All they
for
need
you.
is proper maintenance from someone who...
Well met, comrade.
You're a new face in Stormhold. As Vice Canon tasked with today's duties of audience, it is my solemn duty to warn you of the killer loose in our fine city. Be on your way, travel in pairs, etc. Did he mention the finder's fee he receives for sending you into the swamp? Of course not. Since he didn't, I'll provide you with his fee directly. Hand it to him the next time you see him, or use it for a pair of watertight boots. 3 murders, and Stormhold's about to boil over like my father's fish kettle. The Dark Elves blame the Argonians they owned before the Pact outlawed slavery. I miss the days of kicking arse. Now I'm expected to kiss them. That's not a question I've heard from a stranger. Fancy yourself a bloodhound, do you? I'd never doubt Stormhold's guards in a siege, but we've seen no progress with these murders. We'll gladly pay a bounty if you find the killer. Here's a list of the victims' families. Find out what they know about their murdered kin. I'm almost glad the guard never got around to it. As my son says, mammoths can't dance. You'll likely find Dendris Indolor at home. Gethys Omabar works at the smithy. As for Tyrell Alor, try the Mages Guild. Hold your nose when talking to that one. A while back, Argonians and Stormhold were slaves to the local Dark Elves. The 2 other Vice Canons work to mend the bad blood, but it's slow to get anything done when nobody trusts the guard. Recently, some Argonians went missing. We heard a nasty rumor about Dark Elf slavers in the city. False, of course. Then the bodies showed up. All Dark Elves. The new rumor says Shadow Scales are targeting Dunmer. Nearly started a riot. They're a pain in the fundament. An armed group of Argonians lurking in the swamps, killing enemies of their people. If you want to twist the Dark Elf's ears anymore, you may as well burn an effigy of Almalexia.
On your way, stranger. I have no patience for small talk. About time the Vice Canons do their jobs. Ireland's body lies captive in the mortuary. I can't even see him, let alone bury him. Why all these ridiculous delays? Dumark, take this accursed town! Shadow Scales, who else? He spoke out against the Argonians, and rightly so. He was targeted for having the courage to say what we all think about them. I'm no bigot, but if you ask me, the world would be a better place without those scaly fetchers.
my tears. I recently lost my wife and... I'm sorry. Can I help you? Ironi and I always believed in the Pact. We came here to build a better life with Argonians and Nords alike. Some of my people blame the Shadow Scales. But what would they gain from her death? We treat everyone the same. It makes no sense. Thank the gods! She's in the mortuary, which they keep locked. But Ironi made those locks, so I have the master key. Here, take it, please. Find out who did this. Don't allow her to become a symbol against the Pact.
What do you want? Finally looking into my brother's death, eh? I get it. I'm sure you and your vice cannon pals had better things to do than your jobs. Naldin wasn't the brightest star in the sky, but he didn't deserve this. Most of Stormhold, Naldin ran up a lot of debts. He also picked a lot of fights with the lizard skins. If the shadow skin...
Lock your doors tonight. They found another.
Another 100 things! Keep them tight.
Oh no.
Things have never looked worse.
You there! Please, I have an urgent message! Gethys Omabar sent me. It's about his wife, Ironi. Gethys saw Ironi, alive. He watched her enter their home on the other side of Stormhold. He asked you to meet him there as soon as you can.
Praise Vivek! Halva found you. Whatever's in my home, it isn't my wife. Ironi. My Ironi. She's gone. I know that. But when I saw her enter our home, I had to find out how she'd returned. That's when she stabbed me. If that Argonian hadn't leapt between us, she'd have finished me off. I don't know. But he tried to save my life. They were still fighting when I crawled out the door. They both moved so fast. Please, help him remove that imposter from my home. Don't worry about me. I'll soon see my true Ironi.
Vice Canon Hrondar is indisposed. He informed me you've been assisting us in our recent troubles. Are you any closer to discovering the killer? Then we can concentrate our efforts elsewhere. Many will blame the Shadow Scales regardless, but our concerns are greater now than scapegoats. I fear the true culprit struck again, though I pray I'm incorrect. When I said Vice Canon Hrondar was indisposed, I spoke half the truth. He's missing, and I fear it's the work of our killer. This is why Vice Canon Servina and I request your utmost discretion in recovering Vice Canon Hrondar to us. Listens to water as one of our little fish, our eyes and ears. He signals when he possesses urgent information for the Vice Canons. A short while ago, we received his signal. Be swift and silent as currents in a stream. Speak with Listens to Water on our behalf. Look for the mud huts. Don't ask for him by name, or he'll think you a debt collector. Remain discreet. If Listens to Water found the scent of Vice Canon Hrondar, follow it until its end.
building up a stash. Good thinking. This one's mine. You weren't keeping score, were you? Me neither. End them.
Shaw's bones, it's good to see you. The Dominion right under our noses. Damned insidious. I have to warn Servina and Hetamin. Quick, untie me. Yes, but I've been here less than a day. Some of Stormhold's citizens were here longer, held in the alcoves nearby. I'll distract these Dominion snowbacks. Should buy you time to free the prisoners. Meet me on the surface.
Easy.
I owe you my life.
Free at last.
I need aid!
Let's knot some heads.
I owe you my life.
Gods, it felt good to bury an axe in their throats. From the prisoners trickling out, I trust you enjoyed yourself as much as I. Did you free them all? I'd be better if the damned ruins beneath my feet weren't infested with Dominion. We've posted guards until reinforcements can wipe them clean. You kept this city from tearing itself apart. Stormhold's in your debt. If the Dominion sent a large force to infiltrate Stormhold, they must have a camp somewhere in Shadowfen. It's time we take the fight to them. Tenma Walk, a Daedric ruin southeast of here. It's big enough to harbor a substantial enemy force, and close enough to trouble Stormhold. Besides, my scouts report signs of activity within. I'll take a regiment to Tenma Walk. Don't want... You freed me from the Dominion's clutch. I'll root out... You freed me from the Dominion's clutches before those skin-stealing milk drinkers could kill me and wear my face. Of course I could use your help. Meet my regiment at Tenma Walk. Keep your blades sharp. I'll find a way to turn you loose on the Dominion.
You'd think the gods would have found something by now.
Help someone will.
slept straight through the night. Feels like the first time in forever.
Make sure you don't sleep away another morning.
Well, you're a blue reed in Yellow Pete. From out of town, yes? Yes. You're in luck, Blue Reed. Gold runs dry on long journeys. But I've got just the thing to moisten your purse. Mercenaries roil Stormhold's waters for no good reason. They move amongst my people, swaggering and taking what they will. Strange they never bother the Dark Elves, yes? None here lift a claw to stop them. But you aren't from here, and I have gold. Encourage them to leave, Blue Reed. How you do it is your concern. Then I fill your purse, yes? Perhaps you should pretend to consider a purchase. Or perhaps you should consider a purchase, hmm? Such prices, unheard of in all of Stormhold. The mercenaries only make things worse with the Dark Elves. Better if Stormhold is one happy family. And if you plan to start a family, might I suggest a vial of powdered Kaguti horn for heightened potency? No? Your loss.
I do what I'm paid to do. We've got to earn a living. Looks like you can see the future.
Want to see my knife? Then keep talking. How about that?
Give him a fight.
Have we met? No. Then walk the other way. It's not like that. The Argonians don't pay us a cut is all. But maybe the other side of town could use a patrol, right?
Ah, you're the one. Seems we need to have a chat about Doubts the Moon. Said he stirred up trouble with some mercs and had to leave town. Asked Duskscale to take over his shop permanently. Mentioned you too. Said he'd pay you extra for your silence. Said you were smart enough to take a hint.
good to get stocked up. You could brew something nice with that.
Just in time. We've got a mess on our hands. Worse than after a dog eats a cheese wheel. The Dominion ambushed us. I'd be ashamed to call it a rout if I wasn't considering how in oblivion they knew. At least we've learned where they are, even if it's Butcher's work to get them out of that place. Our attack was a disaster. The other vice cannons agreed to keep our forces together. Should have known they'd peel off the moment I turned my back. If they weren't keeping Stormhold from tearing itself apart, I'd let them boil in a fish kettle. That's the mess. If they're smart, they retreated to a defensible position. My scouts here spotted a cave in the ruins. Before I return to my regiment and order an assault, I need someone to break through enemy lines and confirm they're alive. The cave's smack in the middle of Tenmar Walk. The Dominions locked it tighter than a High Elf's fundament. Might have to knock a few heads to get past them. We each think the other vice cannons are incompetent. Ha! No, it's politics, plain and simple. The one who stays behind looks out of touch, so off we came to the muck. Politics be damned. Next time we draw straws for staying dry and Stormhold. When the Dominion ambushed us, they made a deliberate effort to split our forces. If Hetamin and Servina have any sense on the battlefield, they'd recognize that and stay together. We each think the other vice cannons are incompetent. Ha! No, it's politics, plain and simple. Why does anyone invade anywhere? Those pristine towers of theirs must get boring. Maybe a good brawl in the mud beats chasing their cousins for kisses. Truth is, I don't care why. I care to get them out.
Should have been counter this. There's something worth bragging about. Better overstocked than under. gonna share. Just kidding, I wouldn't either. You good? Of course you are. Get him.
How did you find us? Unless you're a skin stealer. Keep your hands empty, if you please. But you don't stink of death. You're likely what you seem. What remains for you to share is why you came here. Still with us, is he? That man is luckier than a Khajiit in an abandoned fishery. What does Rondar want? If it's for me to say he was right about sticking together, he can drown himself in a bog. We don't need rescuing. We need Rondar to recognize we're bait in another Dominion trap. Tell him I won't allow such wasteful theatrics on our behalf. If you find Vice Canon Rondar's regiment, you'll find him. Tell him to call off his attack before the Dominion picks him apart. He shouldn't throw away his soldiers for what little remains of our forces. If Vice Canon Rondar sends for reinforcements, he'll gain enough soldiers to clear these Dominion muckworms from the ruins. We can manage until then. It's a good place to fight with our tails to the wall.
You could craft something nice with that.
You aren't like the others. You should keep your own face. It suits you better.
They came from underground. I saw them drag the others away. We prepared to assault the cave when the soldier beside me stabbed me in the back. When I fell, I saw my own regiment attack itself. Those skin stealers wore our friends' faces to betray us from within. Do you think that they have my face now? I saw them take Ukatse alive. Knocked him out. Dragged him away to that altar like a piece of meat. Don't let them steal his face.
me before she returns. That crazy elf. She tried to cut my chest, but I kicked her off the altar. Said she'd be back with a duller knife so it would last longer. Wait. I smell her. Cut me loose. Don't let her steal my face. Thank you, friend.
Stay away from my new
Meet me in that cave. What madness. Soldiers died thinking our own ranks betrayed us. I'd like to feed those skin stealers to a Wamasu with the flux. I saw Vice Cannon Rondar's guard lead him away before the attack. If his guard was skin stealers, he's in grave danger. I'm not just the best-looking scout in Shadowfen. I'm also the best tracker. I can pick up Vice Cannon Rondar's scent and lead us right to him. I'll need someone to watch my back while I follow my nose. We should work in pairs with skin stealers about, yes? I heard a pine thrush call, but those birds aren't native to Black Marsh. Then I saw my friend raise her mace and bring it down on my helmet. But now I know the smell. Sweet with decay, like swamp water. A lingering taste of burnt leaves. I'm not just the best-looking scout in Shadowfen. Then I'll shadow you and alert you when I pick up Vice Cannon Rondar's scent. Ready when you're ready. They brought him past the cave. Strange. His old smell. They dragged him up this road. He didn't struggle.
I need aid!
That's it?
Vice Cannon. Oh no. We'll find who did this. Did you find any sign of who did this to him? Something's wrong. He smells. If the Vice Cannon was dead this whole time, was it a skin stealer who launched the attack on the cave? Or before that, when we lost the other Vice Cannons? Vice Cannon Rondar always smelled of mead. I didn't. I should have. Zeus! What secrets do the Dominion already know? You're right. They'll know what to do. They have to. Despite his rough manner, Vice Cannon Rondar was a hero to many in Stormhold. When this is all over, you'll have a fitting burial. This impostor must be found before he can fool anyone else. But I think I know where he's hiding. Vice Cannon Rondar ordered us to stay away from a nearby hill. If it was his skin stealer, he must have held us back for a reason. I bet he's hiding below the hill's surface. The buried temple complex must have an entrance there. A doorway, maybe stairs, or a portal of some kind. I'd join you, but I'm no use in tight quarters. I'll inform the Vice Cannons of what happened, yes.
a staff. Good thinking. You want to die? Fine.
Come to me, little mortal. How far we have come since we first met. Yes, you marvelous fool. I allowed them to pull me from oblivion, bind my essence, and siphon my power because I'm secretly behind their shabby little plans. Oh, but you don't know about those, do you? You've heard of Ruvatar, the celebrated Dominion alchemist. It's all his doing, you know. I'll tell you his plans for your impending doom. For a small favor, of course. You must find the pair of altars binding me, further inside the complex. Do so, and I pledge to share the Dominion's plans and direct you to their most prized possession. Also, I pledge not to violate your corpse on your burial day. A true bargain. Little mortal. Yes, you marvelous fool. You can never know that, dear mortal. But you must find the little... You've heard of Rude. You must find... Within each altar you'll find simple foci. A mortal's touch destroys them and removes my bonds. Then all I offer is yours.
You fight the Dominion. You haven't tried to cut off my head yet. You aren't here to worship Daedra, then. So what in Oblivion are you doing in a Daedric temple overrun by Dominion skin stealers? Fair point, fair point. All right, I won't deny it. Friends and I came looking for Daedric tidbits to sell to mages. Then those Dominion soldiers came. They were thick on the ground until today. I was about to make a break for it when I saw you. Caught, one by one. I'm the only one alive. Well, alive and wearing my own skin. Hey, let's help each other escape. You draw their attention and I'll slip past them. What do you say? You, what now? Look, some Dominion mogul came through here a while back. Ruvatar, they called him. He's the one who bound Dramora and forced her to steal faces off the dead. You want to stop him? You must have been the only egg in your clutch. Smart idea, dealing with Daedra. Before the Dominion came, she promised my friend the night of his life for a drop of his blood.
I guess being flayed alive counts as the night of his life. She wore his scales like a robe. Seems trustworthy, yes? Maybe. I spent many cramped nights listening to Ruvatar, the High Elf in charge of this place. I'm sure I could piece it together. But my friends don't deserve to be trapped in glowing rocks. Free them, and I'll help you. A good deal, yes? Trust me, it's for the best. I'll make my way to the inner chamber, where Ruvatar spent most of his time. Try not to attract the Dramora's attention while you're about. She's a vengeful creature. The Dominion captured their souls in strange rocks. They're on platforms, and they glow like rutting Wamasu. Ruvatar complained the rocks were very fragile. I bet smashing them would release my friends.
Better luck next time. Oh, wait. Let's see what you're made of.
Good thing you didn't release the Dramora. We'd both be ribbons in her hair. Behind her, there's a door to what Ruvatar called the Vault. They have hist sap in there, stored in giant vats. It's part of their skin-stealing Real question is, where'd they get so much? Wait, I don't want to know. Whatever they hist sap turned it flammable. Once we enter the vault, set those vats on fire to end this nightmare. That's the easy part. I heard Ruvatar mutter the words 100 times. Maybe you can get something useful out of that Dramora before she realizes you double-crossed her. If you keep her busy, I'll open the door.
You're no fool to withhold your trust. Commendable, truly. But you'll go no further without my help. Destroy these bindings and free me. Your reticence is infuriatingly enticing. Very well. Ruvatar used hist sap and my stolen essence to create his skin stealers. The hist sap is what steals the victim's memories. It's all to acquire the Nemic egg. With it, he has all of Black Marsh. My patience grows thinner than you'll be after I fit you with a scathing girdle. Fail to uphold this bargain and I'll instruct you in pains of which you've never conceived, mortal. Wait, what is that swamp rat doing to the vault door? Then gaze upon your doom. Ruvatar and his prize.
Got a repair kit? You're looking a little worse for wear.
Meddling fool! Your interference
Follow me. The exit is this way.
There's really no such thing as junk. It's all just treasure in need of a good whack or two. Save yourself the trouble, eh? I've got the broken down bits right here.
You stopped the skin stealers in Ten Marwalk. I can go home. Yes, yes. I heard him complain this ruin didn't hold everything he needed. He left to find a place of power where he could use his special egg. What did he call it again? Yes, that's the one. Here, this portal leads beyond the ruins. I'll stay here and see about freeing any prisoners stuck inside. And if you're planning to inform the Vice Cannons of Rubitar, perhaps leave me out of your report, yes? Yes. Did that work?
Sorrow and gloom.
Useful. Hold on to that.
Ukatse informed us you had entered the ruins to pursue Vice Canon Rondar's imposter. Whatever you did in the ruins caused a lot of panic amongst the Dominion. We chose our moment and pushed out of the cave. Vice Canon Hatamine was wounded in the process, but she'll survive. Yes, but Vice Canon Rondar's death weighs heavily on Hatamine. She says she should have known. Poor thing. We were all fooled. But enough of our troubles. Did you stop his imposter? Once she's recovered, Vice Canon Hatamine will no doubt celebrate your accomplishment. But this artifact you mentioned, the Nemic Egg, do you know anything of its whereabouts? A Dominion general, perhaps, whoever he is, will stop his march through Shadowfen. I'll appoint Ukatse to lead the scouts in our search for Ruvitar. I swear to you, he'll account for the Dominion's terror. This Nemic egg is unknown to me. If it originated in Shadowfen, perhaps an Argonian would know more. I had someone else in mind. Argonian keepers know the history and legends of their lands. I'm positive one of the keepers at the hatching pools could tell us of the Nemic egg. Vice Canon Hatamine and I must rally the remnants of Stormhold's forces to the hatching pools. If the Skin Stealers took Vice Canon Rondar, they'll know what he knew. Rendezvous with our forces at the hatching pools. We must learn what the Dominion plans for the Nemic Egg.
Someone.
Things have never looked worse.
Look at the shape I'm in.
Whatever shall I do? Sorrow and gloom.
This doesn't look good.
Is there no hope?
Help me. Please.
All hope seems lost. gloom.
It's always worth stocking up. I usually throw back the small ones. Always wonder if they're thankful that today's not their day. Couldn't have landed that better myself.
attention. Come here. Quietly, please. While I was hunting, the Dominion killed my family and friends. These warmbloods must die. They've turned this place into a forsaken hamlet. I can pick off their scouts, but their leader, who deserves death most of all, is too strong for me. He's the sadist who slaughtered innocents and hatchlings. They call him Maldor. I've seen his filthy banner over their camp. Burn his banner. Defile his camp. He's too proud to ignore an insult. Cut out his heart, if he has one, and bring it.
dare you? Death for your insolence.
You weren't keeping score, were you? Me neither.
Many more come out.
I heard the alarms from the Dominion camp. Is the butcher dead? Ah, yes. This will help my egg brothers and egg sisters rest in peace. Follow me. You'll see.
Good to get stocked up.
Beautiful, wasn't it? Maldor wanted to consume the power of the Hist, but instead, he was consumed. I have a reward for you. It isn't much, but I stole this from their camp. It's yours. Now to make the rest of these invaders suffer.
You could craft something nice with that.
They're coming for my treasure, Mr. Flint! With the crew!
Who's better than us? Nobody. Finally, some quiet. Good eye. wasn't going to end any other way. Building up a stash. Good thinking. You know what that's good for? Ah, you'll figure it out.
you enjoyed picking through the hamlet's bones? Have you found all the treasures you desire? Now you want to tell stories. Very well. I will tell you one of my own. The Dominion came. They coveted our history. When we would not allow them to tap it, they slaughtered everyone and drained the tree of its sap. They did not tell us their plans. Now the history has been drained, and my people have nowhere to go when they die. They linger, trapped in madness. You wish to atone for your looting? Good. This existence is unnatural for us. Our spirits must return to the Hist. Take what you've pilfered to my hut. I'll meet you there.
Good thinking. Let's thaw out a little before we get moving again.
Have you seen our agony? We are not like this. It's torment to endure this way. They killed us. How else? They demanded the history's sap as though it was ours to give. This existence is an abomination. We must do something. More specifically, I need you to do something. I have a little power left. You have the staff piece. Together, we become a tool. Subdue spirits by force. Then, use the staff to absorb their energy. We'll meet at the tree for the next step. You know nothing of my village. Argonians are bound to their history. My staff came from ours. Long ago, it was a gift from the history to us. My people will feel and know the connection, but in madness they will resist. Undead aren't part of the proper world. We normally
Useful. Hold on to that.
Skill issue.
Fewer of my fellow spirits haunt the hamlet. Did it work? My staff can only hold so much. It's only a small branch of the Hist tree. If they are not too mad, these spirits may have enough energy to restore the Hist tree. Then we can return to its warm embrace. Give me the staff. Spirit of the Hist, receive... No! My blood boils inside me. How can this be? No. The heat, the stench, the flames. This tree screams. It suffers and spreads its torment to us. They're boiling, distilling, and destroying what's left of our hist tree's sap. Quickly, take my staff again. The Dominion's camps are near. Find them, and use what power is left. Destroy their vats, and the staff can call the hist sap back to us. It's more than sap. It's the hist tree's soul. When an Argonian is created, it is said the sap becomes the Argonian's blood, its essence, its spirit. Are made from the essence of this history. As long as the spirits remain outside the tree, its essence is fragmented. When the Dominion boils this essence to create their foul brew, the torment to the tree and the spirits will be unbearable.
Better overstocked than under. Give him a...
I need him!
Madness fades, but so do we. Did anything go wrong? Good. It's quieter now as the madness fades. With the aid of my Eggkin, I can restore the history, but it must be done quickly. We're fading. I don't know why, but our essence, our very being, drifts away on the I don't think the Dominion will give up so easily. My guess is that they'll come back. If they do, you'll have to protect the ritual. See to your needs. If they interfere, very well. Last time, the Dominion came from the north, driving toward the history. They are not the most cunning creatures, so I would expect the same this time. You must protect. The bitter one, to be sure. We died, but our history lives. As we return to the Hist, so will the tree heal. Someday, there will be a new clutch.
Good to get stocked up.
Hands off, unless you want to stamp. This Jiren's armor is mine. But to bet how many days he lasts in the stocks. I can't wait. I want to snatch those fine pants off his corpse. Yeah, maybe. He works for the vice cannons. Another dark elf sticking his nose where it doesn't belong. It's a good nose. I could use it to make a fine necklace. The stocks are south of that beached hull called the Blasted Breton. You can't miss it. In a few days, the smell will lead you there. And no taking his pants. Those are mine. Because he's a spy. Why else would he be here? He was blathering about our duty to Shadowfen. He was spying, it's obvious. Never trust a dark elf. Especially my mates. They are proven pirates, aren't they?
Gods, why did I ever set foot in this stinking pit? Was it duty or stupidity? Come to mock me like the rest, have you? Well, fear not. I have no dignity left. For the crime of believing pirates cared about the welfare of the Pact. Rumors say the Dominion is smuggling in supplies through this miserable landing. My questions were not welcome. Their so-called leader seized me and put me out here to rot. Or maybe you could join me here, no? If you insist, you'll have to get her attention. A few well-placed punches should get you an audience. You might try going to the beached ship and knocking heads with one of the drunken rowdies there. Be quiet, unless you want to join me. These pirates are smuggling supplies and weapons to the Dominion troops in Shadowfen. If we don't shut down their operation, the Dominion skirmishers will turn into a full-blown battlefront. Greed. I foolishly thought that since most of the pirates are Argonians, they'd hate the Dominion. But coin and old hatred speak louder than words in this town, as you can guess. Little more than animals they are.
This isn't the most humiliating thing One Eye's done to a nosy fellow. She's got a leather collar for ones that really scrape her scales.
Help me out, will you? The guild requests your help.
Are you looking for trouble, or are you just too stupid to know any better? One Eye don't take social visits with nobodies like you. Get lost before I make you disappear. I can see you mean business. I won't press my luck. I surrender. She's on the upper deck in the captain's quarters. The guards won't give you trouble if you don't make any. Hope your business is worth the pain you're headed for.
Help me out, will you?
Hard enough making a living with the tariffs from Skyrim. Now the elf houses want their cut. Not to mention the thieves right before me.
When I next...
You haven't introduced yourself, outsider. I don't care if you're brave or foolish. Don't waste my valuable time. State your purpose. Why should you stand before One-Eye? The sniveling dark elf? He needed the fresh air. His words were addled, telling everyone how I should run my town. As for his concerns, the Dominion deals with the Khajiit, not us. And for the moment, she is protected. A pretender, that's all. She skulks in the shadows, afraid to challenge me, but she pays her spies well. I'd like to see that mangy cat as a new rug on my deck. I want her pay chest in my hold. That would solve your problem, would it not? Sunil insults me with his fancy words and sense of superiority. Still, I could look the other way. What's this Khajiit getting out of her deals with the Dominion? Find out where and what. Then we will talk more about Sunil's freedom. Everyone knows I'll pay well to know this Khajiit's plans. Plenty of bites, but no meat. Right now, there's another wharf rat waiting outside. See what that squealer has to say. If it sounds useful, give him this reward. Mind you, don't go running off with this.
I'm never going to be finished. I speak to One-Eye, and only her. You have it, Dariel? Yes, I smell it on your fingers. Fresh and sweet, nice like rain. You didn't open it, did you? Maybe take some for yourself? Please, I need it. Can I have it? I know... Oh, it's words you want. Yes, the Khajiit. She has a name, Sanji. There's a meeting, one of her kits and a foreigner. Soon, very soon. They meet in the warehouse south of here. You get there first, spy on them. Good, yes? Now give me Dariel. Yes, this is just what I need. Now leave me with my prize. Many days of pleasure ahead. I have many fine goods.
Got the coin? The boss don't buy promises.
It arrived on our ship. You'll all be very rich very soon.
Then we've got your supplies. Weapons, food and drink, medicine, and protection.
You're not prepared for a fight with us. Never a dull moment. Looking good, Smirk. Top yourself off. I'm about to dry out.
Is it true Tonville sacrificed himself to seal Sadal away?
The guild has need of you, comrade.
And what do you bring me? It better be something of worth. I don't pay layabouts for rotten fruit. That's bad for my reputation, but it's worse for the layabouts. I'm sure you understand. Pfah. Of course she'd sell them weapons. But protection? That's my business. Nobody but me offers protection here. Seems like your dark elf friend was correct. Some of the lads are aiding the Dominion, and they're doing it without my say-so. He can stay there a while longer. That would make it easier for you to work on my side, wouldn't it? And after you help me rid my town of this Khajiiti upstart, we'll both have what we want. So now we understand each other. My problems are your problems. The crews in this town are loyal to one thing: gold. This Khajiit has been buying a little too much loyalty. She might even think she could threaten my power. Me? I won't do anything. However, someone else could deliver a good lesson. The docks crawl with foreign merchants, tempting the local crews with their sweet high elf gold. A little bloodshed will send them a message. Pfah, they're no good to me injured, but the Dominion lackeys are another matter. Put the fear of One Eye and her crew into them. That should loosen some tongues. Then find out where our Khajiit is hiding.
Unless you got an invite from the lady, leave the dock. Ha, sure. This one will tell you all about the secret hideout. And then, this will invite One Eye to tea. Stupid sheepskin. Get out of this one's whiskers before he close your muzzle off. Ah, how very persuasive. No need for such threats, friend, yes? The lady has her nest in underground. An abandoned mine, I believe. Good luck. Or not, finding it. What do you want? Only them on the lady's business is allowed here. You think that comes for free? By your looks, you couldn't pay me enough to tell you what color her tail fur is. Eat out of my territory. You waste my time. You're that sure? Well, that sounds like a pirate's deal. You do all the work, I take half the money. There's a trapdoor in a small warehouse on the shore. That'll get you to her.
You heard about Lady? She's the new boss in town. Or she will be. Well, now she's a popular one. Word's out that she's got money, huh? What makes you think you'll take a piece of the cut? Good point. I prize my pelt. You'll need this key to get into her hideout. Now you've got nothing to complain about, right?
Here all along, was it? By Sithis, it was right under my feet. It's about time someone paid that Khajiit a visit.
Please, get me out of here. Do whatever she says. You can't imagine the indignities she promised me if you fail.
Keok, right under my snout. Kill her and any of her thugs in your way. And don't get greedy. Don't try to sneak off with that Dominion pay chest. That's mine. It's my payment for freeing your dark elf friend. That's...
You asked for it.
Look what you've done! I've lost count! Useless cat.
Wait a breath. This Khajiit is not here to challenge. You have won your right to lead. All here will follow you if you spare them. You have come to challenge for leadership, yes? That is why Sanji is dead and you are not. You will be the new gang boss if you, decide not to kill us. Let me show you our usefulness. You desire the riches offered by the Dominion, yes? We do not have it, not yet. Sanji hasn't met with the High Elf to get our cut, but if you could take it like you took the life of Sanji, let us talk above ground, where it's safer. The others may not see you as their leader yet. You're here to make a deal, right? We show you the Dominion's treasure ship, you take their prize, and we all stay alive. Much better than the alternative. Partnership? Not much choice, is there? We can aid you in exchange for our lives. We can help you get our treasure for One Eye. If you're on One Eye's good side, this is better for all of us. Time we get to work, yes? Won't be long until the Dominion learns Sanji is dead. Then they'll take their treasure and run. That's bad for both of us. Get on their ship, take their things, and escape alive. It's a simple plan. The Dominion's landing is right outside. I'll have a boat to hold the treasure. We can't go back the way we came. Me? This mind is for planning, not sword fighting and bloodletting. Oh, and counting coins. I am very good at that. This plan is reasonable, no? You must make haste, esteemed leader. If the Dominion troops leave with their treasure, One Eye will be very unhappy indeed. We were part of the Renrija Mauer. What does it matter, the past? We follow your orders now. Once this is all over, we can go back to doing what we do best. Making money. The Renrija Maur. Some called us pirates, others privateers. It did not matter. We sailed under the papers of the Dominion, capturing enemy merchants for our profit and for the Dominion's pleasure. No more talk. This is wasting precious time.
This one's mine.
Fight it! What a beautiful sight it is. One Eye can't wait to get her talons on it. Sujash will take care of this. You have business to attend to with One Eye.
So the Khajiit didn't lie. I pegged you to make off with the money. I misjudged you. Here's your dark elf. I expect the Dominion's prize will be delivered as payment for my largesse. And I have yet another present for you. A high elf has come visiting, demanding a supply line through Alton Coromont. She's willing to pay handsomely for the privilege. Clearly, she is a Dominion commander. If she dies, there is no one to execute their plans here, and I will have her gold. She's in a cabin on the lower deck, waiting for me to return. If someone else arrived instead of me, I'm sure they could take care of this problem. I, of course, would never strike down a guest.
I must inform the Vice Canon of this situation.
What?
A little messy, but sometimes you have to take the low road, right? One of your vice cannons is waiting for you. I'll let them stay as long as you are vouching for their behavior. This is still my town. Understand? They're on the upper deck. Follow me.
I've lost everything.
Here's your hero, Elf.
One Eye would have me believe you single-handedly rid this port of Dominion meddling. I would be dubious, but Sunil Fenrilla corroborated her story. Now we don't need to fight a war with these pirates. We have you to thank for that. Don't be modest. One-Eyed boasted of your skills. I've offered the pirates letters of marque to seize any Dominion ships they find. You've earned a reward. Take it with the gratitude of Stormhold and the Wardens.
How will I ever get it back? I cannot perform. How will I ever get it back? I cannot live without my loot. Yes, that trickster, Arkishan, fooled me into playing her riddle game for a chance at winning some gold. When I failed to answer her riddles correctly and had no coin to give her, she took my loot as payment. Please talk to Arkishan. I begged her to return my loot so I might earn the coin to pay her, but she refused to give it back. She suggested another game of riddles, but I have... She should be just up the road by the hatching pools, waiting for another mark. She's crafty. I sought a shortcut to buying a home in Stormhold. I thought myself a match for that scaly trickster, but my mind blanked when confronted by her riddles. I should have stuck to musical competitions. It was crafted by my grandfather. Over the years, its sweet sound has brought joy.
Building up a staff. Good thinking. I could see us resting here. Just for a moment, though. good to get stocked up. Stay ready. Never know what else might be headed our way. Never a dull moment.
Destroy more. Destroy more. Destroy more in my name, Horn. I don't want revenge. I want your submission. Better overstocked than under.
Careful, traveler. Nasty pirates ahead. You're not with the Renridra pirates, are you? No, you don't have their stink. I could use some help, and I swear by the sap of my hist that it won't do your purse any harm. The Renridra are stab first, talk later types. You're something else. What a pity. If you were a pirate, you'd know how to get what Barvin and I came here for. Believe it or not, Barvin and I are researching Argonian ruins, and the pirates are in our way. I'm sure they have plenty of loot, but that's not what we're after. If you're interested, ask Barvin to fill you in. He's watching the... Barvin is near the log bridge to the pirate camp. He's been watching them, waiting for our chance to get those relics. I would if I could. The relics here date from before my people stopped building Zanmirs and started living in mud huts. We know they're an important link to my people's past.
Those pirates are digging and drinking. We can take advantage of that. About time he found someone to help. I'm glad you're here. We've traveled all over Black Marsh searching for ancient Argonian relics. We finally get a solid lead, only to find pirates ahead of us with a treasure map. Maybe not. This map is a stone puzzle in 3 pieces. When you find one piece, it finds the next. The pirates don't know what they've got, but my partner Looks Under Rocks does. Get those pieces to us at the Zanmir, and we're in. And you'll get a cut. I don't know as much as Looks Under Rocks, but just look at these ruins. Zanmirs, the Argonians call them. The Lizard's ruins go way back, and this one's old, real old. Anything from that time must be valuable. I mean, significant. Light it up!
Circle around! Set it ablaze!
Flank!
Been on the lookout for that.
Follow me. Follow me. Follow me.
Excellent. You found all 3 puzzle stones and learned how to use them. Barvin and I slipped past the pirates while you fought your way through the camp. The Hist led us here. Maybe the stones sought me out because I know how to use them. Give them to me. I can make them work. I know it. The relics must be nearby. Just as I thought. Combined, the stones become a single object, a Hist key. Barvin found what looks like an entrance into the ruins below, but it's magically sealed. I think this will open the door. Ancient relics, but know this. The creations of my ancestors are not toys. Many possess aspects of the Hist that were dangerous even then. I thank you for what you've done so far, but the danger isn't over. We must take the Hist key to Barvin at the entrance to the ruins. He's there now, trying to open the door, but he can't do it without the Hist key. But that's probably a good thing. The artifacts below are dangerous. I need to review my notes and see if I can figure out what we're dealing with. Tell Barvin to wait, or we may walk into some serious trouble.
Curse it. Why can't I pry this open? I think so, but it's magically sealed. My tools are useless. Whatever's in there must be really valuable. It must be significant. This looks familiar. Looks drew something in one of his journals like this. What is it? Of course! I remember some of that old lizard's notes. This key won't just let us inside the Zanmir. Once we're inside, it'll protect us from the traps and the Zanmir's guardians. We can't wait any longer. I'll wait inside. I won't stick around to be captured by the Renridra. If you're smart, you'll follow me. Looks can catch up to us. Can't wait any longer! I'm going in!
Wait, don't go in. Stop. Wait! Stop! There's great danger! My notes. That key. I figured out what's buried under the Zanmir, and it must stay buried. Parvin went in? We have to warn him. Oh no. We need to leave them sealed in the Zanmir for all our sakes. We have to stop Barvin before he gets to the fangs of Sithis. A blight upon the land. In the hands of my ancestors, the fangs could be used to destroy whole villages. They turned crops to ash and created undead horrors out of my people's enemies. But that's not the worst of it. It is said that wielding the fangs gives you to Sithis, which casts all you are and all you could be into a great void. You see, the fangs consume the bearer's soul. They bestow you with great power, but strip away all that makes you a person. Beat into the fangs, but it won't be easy. The ruins are full of traps and guardians, and Barvin has a tremendous advantage. The Hiss Key will let him bypass most of these dangers. I'm afraid I can't go with you. I'm not strong enough. Perhaps. My ancestors created the traps so that their descendants could bypass them. If you encounter a trap, the solution should be somewhere nearby. There's no protection from the Guardians beyond the Hist Key, unfortunately. A blight upon the land. In the hands of my ancestors, the fangs could be used to destroy whole villages. They turned crops to...
I hear the fang! It calls to me!
Got your back.
You want the fact. The fang crawled into my mind. What have I done? I can't stop it from gnawing. What are you going to do? It's gnawing at my mind. If I give it to you, I'll go mad. I'll die. Here, take it. There's only one, I swear. I don't know where the other fang is. That thing burrowed into my mind. I never...
You're back. Did you stop Barvin? And the fangs? Did you get the fangs of Sithis? Give me the fang. I've got a special coffer to shield me from its magic. What happened to Barvin need not happen to anyone else. Poor bastard. I'm glad he survived. But he only had one fang of Sithis? There should be two. Pirates must have gotten into the ruins. This door to the Zonmir isn't sealed. I'll wager the commotion I heard from the pirate ship involves the missing fang. I heard pirates beg Captain Arevi for mercy, then screams. That's the other fang's influence at work. I'll take the first fang of Sithis to our secondary camp not far from here. Get the other fang away from the pirates and meet me there.
Useful. Hold on to that.
It's madness! You need this ship! You need us!
Need? Oh, this one needs nothing. My sister, where is she? No matter. Cities will bring us together in time.
No surprises there.
You survived. Truly the Hist guides you. But did you succeed? I thank you, as should all Argonians. It would have been better had the fangs been left buried, but now they've been unearthed, we must keep them safe. So far, you're the only person unaffected by them. I'm not sure. It worries me, but not as much as the fangs in the wrong hands. Here, take the first fang while I consider what we should do with them.
Stop. Don't move, or I'll strike you down.
Stop. You have no idea what you're doing. Those relics are the property of the Night Mother. We felt their emanations the moment you removed them from their resting places, thief. Give them to me, or pay the price. Shirava of the Shadow Scales. The fangs of Sithis must not fall into the hands of the ignorant. Hand them over, or face the Night Mother's wrath. You don't know, and yet you recovered the fangs? The Night Mother is the bride of Sithis, audience to the Black Sacrament. She holds the power of life and death. Do not defy us, for we act on her behalf. The fangs were gifts from the Dark Husband to the Night Mother. Sithis gave them to her, and we model our weapons after them. If these are truly the original fangs, they are both great and terrible artifacts. And they belong to the Shadow Scales. The fangs are powerful relics from another age that would overwhelm your soul. I'm surprised they haven't already. They are only safe in our hands. And if that's not a good enough reason, we'll kill you if you keep them. Decide now.
The Shadow Scales want the fangs of Sithis. There are so many of them, but they're dangerous. The fangs in the hands of assassins? I can't imagine anything worse. I don't know. But even if they can, then what? The Shadow Scales undergo rigorous mental, physical, and spiritual training from an early age. Maybe they could hold the fangs safely, but wouldn't that make them too powerful?
Do not cross the Shadow Scales. The fangs are our birthright. They are dangerous, yes, but the Night Mother will shield us from the worst of their influence. And if they overwhelm me, the other Shadow Scales won't hesitate to send me back to the Hist. You are wise. I see now why you were the one destined to recover the fangs. Give them to me. I swear we will keep them safe. We'll keep the fangs safe, as well as your friend here. He will be honored by the Shadow Scales for what he did. For you, I have a gift. This is one of the weapons I spoke of, made in the Fang's image. Wield it well.
I think you made the right choice after all. The Shadow Scales have battled our enemies for years. I should trust them. And I do. Their leader promised I'll be safe, and I believe her. I hope to see you again, though. Take care.
We'll have some tales to tell in Hatching Pools. I hope we see you there.
Thank the three. Someone who looks like they can handle themselves in a fight. My husband's in danger. Please help us. The Dominion invaded. They trapped my husband, Jarit, along with the other villagers. I hid and got out past the guards, but I won't leave without my husband. Those soldiers are terrorizing our people. Kill them. Rescue everyone you can. And please look for Jarit. I don't know what the Dominion's doing here, but they said something about crystals. I'll sneak back in. Meet me near the village center. They didn't expect to see a Dunmer, so I made sure they didn't. I can be stealthy at need. He was born to slaves in Vardenfell. And yes, he's Argonian, but he's different. Distant. Haunted. Listens to words more than meaning. But he's my husband, and I love him. The Treeminder lured him here. The Tree Minder says Argonians born away from the Hist are damaged, but they can be healed by some sort of ritual to join them with a Hist. I don't know. I don't want them to change Jarit. And why does the Dominion want him, or the others? Yes, though I didn't catch all of it. Crystal Shadow.
Over so soon?
Not a moment too soon.
You could craft something nice with that.
Heal me!
I thought I'd never escape.
Get fine down.
What did they do to him? What's wrong with my husband? Jarit won't talk to me. He ran up and hugged me, but he won't speak to me. At least we're both alive. We're together again. Ever since you rescued him, Jarit won't talk. Look in his eyes. It's like he's not there at all. I had harsh words with the Tree Minder. She won't talk to me now. Would you ask her for help? Her hut's just up this path. She doesn't trust me, and after our recent clash, I doubt she'll want me to stay. But I'll do whatever she says it takes to heal Jarit. I wish we'd never come here. But Jarit insisted we'd find a way to fit in. He was born to slaves in Vardenfell. And yes, he's Argonian, but he's still...
Welcome. Today, you've protected those who cannot protect themselves. Like many born away from the Hist, Jarit is withdrawn, but never entirely silent. She thinks I blame her, but Fane Vildan has done nothing to harm him or this village. No, it's Jarit they wanted, and together we can find him. The Dominion clearly targeted Jarit. As his spirit reunited with the Hist, it was open to suggestion. Weak, and now it's lost. I need freshly picked Lanciata foliota to track his spirit. It grows within our mushroom cave. Just that. Know that once you touch the Lanciata foliota, it will only work on you. Bring it here, and I'll guide you to a place Jarit's spirit could be. Be careful of the caves, Wamasu. They're a necessary but dangerous part of our cultivation.
You'll figure it out. Use it. Hold on to that.
Everything's ready for the blessing. All I need is the Lanciata Foliota, and then we can start. Good. The Lanciata Foliota will put you in a dreamlike state. You will feel as if you're Jarit himself, and you will know what his spirit needs to reunite with his body. Follow your instincts. You'll be able to reach Jarit's spirit wherever it wanders. Close your eyes, chew carefully. Concentrate on Jarit, and the Hist will guide you to him.
Jarit, I heard you talking to Treeminder Folzok. You're not going to Percolating Mire, are you? Different isn't wrong. I love you the way you are. Do you mean it? I can come with you? I know it won't be easy for us. Jarit, we're stronger together than apart.
Memories remain tangled. This weakens our roots.
That seems tomato.
We should have sent you to Black Marsh. You weren't meant to be a slave, Jarit, my son. Sithis blessed us with a clutch of eggs. Master offered to send them back to Black Marsh, but we chose to keep you, all with us. If we had listened to him, none of you would have been born slaves. Can you forgive me? Then I will die knowing whatever my mistakes, and they were many, I will be at peace with my son. Thank you. You've untangled memories. The Hist blesses you.
Jarit, I've seen you talking to my daughter without bowing your head. Never do that again. Is that how you address your master? You're a slave. If you look at Fane again, I'll put your eyes out. Do you understand? Why, you scally little piece of... You'll suffer for this.
Come. beneath the Hiss tree. Pain opens the door to corruption, separating body and spirit. Healing cannot be complete while the corruptor lurks nearby. I am part of the Hist, a part you can perceive and help. Carathel of the Dominion steals my memories and weakens my fibers, using Jarit's fragile new connection to reach me. Stop Carathel. He enters the Hist through Jarit's mind to take my memories. Carathel's treachery will kill me, and my children will suffer. I will send you down to the Hist roots. Kill Carathel and save Jarit.
Destroy the intruder! Destroy the intruder!
You've been asleep a long time. Jarit has asked about you. Several times, in fact. What happened? There's more to it, isn't there? The Dominion use crystals on our people, pulling at them from inside their heads, they said. But some don't remember it at all. Why? Ah, that clears it up. Jarit has developed a strong connection to the Hiss through this experience. Something he lacked since his birth. He must become a healer. Please convince him of his destiny.
I'm glad to see you awake. Yes, my thanks. Now that I can hear the Hist, Tree Minder Falsak wants to teach me to be a healer. Fane wants us to return to Narcissus. I don't know what to do. I want Fane by my side wherever we live. Clearly she's not happy in the mire, and I wasn't happy in Narcissus. You've traveled. I trust you. What would you do? Life won't be easy for me as a former slave. Even with Fane's help, the best I could hope for is work as a laborer. But her family's there, and she misses them. I value her happiness. She wouldn't leave, and she'd be unhappy. But once my training's complete, we could move elsewhere. Maybe a city like Stormhold would suit both of us.
Jarit can't seem to decide whether to come home or not. Could you talk to him? He was born to slaves in Vardenfell. And yes, he's Argonian, but
I'm glad to see...
Jarit can't seem to decide whether to come home or not. Could you talk...
I'm glad to see you awake. Yes, my thanks. Now that I can hear... I want Fane by my side wherever we live. Life won't be easy for me as a former slave. Even with Fane's help, the best I could hope for is work as a laborer. But her family's there, and she misses them. I value her happiness. She wouldn't leave, and she'd be unhappy. But once my training's complete, we could move elsewhere. Maybe a city like Stormhold would suit both of us. I've always wanted to be a healer. Fane and I can go anywhere once my training is complete. Thank you.
If Jarit's happy, I'll make the best of it.
Why hasn't he come home? Where can he be? My son, Wadimvo. The accursed Dominion Dryskins dragged several young ones out of the village. A few came back, but not my son. You helped our village. Please, can you look for him? The Dominion must have set up camps nearby.
Should have been more prepared. Let's make this quick. Building up a staff. Good thinking.
Have you found my son? Others return from the bog, but not Widimvo. Our former master gave him this necklace. My son wore it to remind himself that not every dark elf is cruel. At least Widimvo returned to the Hist a free Argonian. Thank you for finding him.
plenty.
Good to get stocked up. You could brew something nice with that. you are. Let's knock some heads.